Welcome everyone, it's Christopher Glocks. If you clicked on this video, you were like me and you want to save as much money as possible just when it comes to you going to the firing range. Basically those indoor firing ranges. Some of the things that they don't talk about up front when it comes to you actually going to the range is the fees and how much it's actually going to cost for you to shoot a firearm in there. So I'm going to break down as far as how much it's going to cost to do each individual thing, whether you're shooting one of their firearms, using their ammo, using their eyes, using their ears, protection, and using their lanes, obviously. I'm going to break down as far as the total, as far as how much you can actually end up spending by the time you leave out of the range, because that's something that's actually not talked about in the very beginning when you are actually excited and actually ready to go. You usually find that out when it's actually time to leave, and then you're slapped with a bill that could possibly be over $100, depending on your city and location. So sit back, relax. I'm going to go ahead and break this down for you as far as what you're going to be in store for when it comes to going to that range. Don't want to take any of that excitement, any of that fire away from you, but it is important that you actually know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to going to that range, especially if you're a new person and this is your first time. The number one thing that you're going to have to pay for when you go to the gun range is that you're going to have to pay for that lane utilization. And depending on the size of your group or party, that can actually fluctuate as far as the price for that lane. So each lane is roughly from $15 to like $25 or so. And just to let you know, just because you rent out one lane doesn't mean you're just paying for just that one lane. Each one of the people that are in your party, they're going to have to pay that $15 to $25 for that lane as well. So just because you have one doesn't mean that you get to cut down on the price. Each person is going to have to pay individually for that lane. So keep that in mind. And if your party is 3 or more, most lanes rentals allow up to 2 people. Some special cases is 3, but if you have, it's safe to say if it's more than 2, you're going to have to basically purchase another lane as well. So that's going to actually be 2 lanes that you're going to have to pay for from $15 to $25. Or you can get a special where you can actually shoot for unlimited amount of time. Now, each one of those lanes for that price of that $15 to $25, they run roughly for 1 hour. So if you're shooting for more than an hour, probably going to have to double up on that price. Keep that in mind. Next up, number 2 is going to be that firearm rental. Make up your mind if you want to shoot pistols, shotguns, or rifles. You have the option of shooting various different firearms just when it comes to the range. If you're not sure, just stick with the pistol. That's pretty much what everybody is using as well. Keep in mind that pistol price is roughly from 10 to 15 bucks or so for that rental. Rifles, I've seen anywhere from about 10 to 25 bucks, just like I said, depending on what area you're actually shooting in. And the same exact thing for shotguns. I've also seen specials just when it comes to unlimited rentals and you can shoot pretty much anything, but that's going to be a little more pricey, roughly 25, 50 bucks or so. But it'll be an awesome experience that you can shoot various different firearms and find out which one it is that you like. Next up, number 3. You have your lane, you have your firearm. Next up is the ammunition that you're actually going to be using. Not all ammunition is the same. And again, this is for beginners. I know most people know that, but just know all ammunition is not the same. The most basic one or standard one that I believe that most people are using nowadays are 9mm rounds. For a box of 50 9mm rounds, it's roughly 15 to 20 bucks. So just get some cheap range ammo to basically, for that experience of going to the range, utilize that because that'll probably be the cheapest one. There's more expensive high-end brands, but stick with the range ammo, especially if this is your first time. Then there's 45. Now the 45 caliber or the 40 caliber, which is actually a bigger round, is going to be a little bit more pricey. You're looking for boxes that's probably going to be anywhere from $20 to $30 for a box of 50 rounds. And then we also have the rifle rounds, whether you want to shoot a 223 or a 5.56. Each one of those boxes are roughly about 20 rounds per box. So each box is roughly 15, 25 bucks or so. So 50 rounds shooting in the lane is going to go by quick. So I know my first experience, I purchased more than one box because I wanted to shoot a lot. And you may want to shoot a lot till you actually get comfortable in the range. So keep that in mind. Had to double up on those prices. Next, number 4. Now things are starting to get just a little bit cheaper as far as what you're going to need for the range. So you are going to need a set of ear protection. That's going to cost you roughly about $5 or so. Basically like earmuffs just to put over top of your ears so you're not hearing that loud bang. You can't shoot without it, no way around it. You have to have some kind of ear protection. Also eyes, which is basically to cover and protect your eyes, almost looking like clear sunglasses or so, which are the ones that they use at the range. That's going to be roughly $5 or so. Then you're going to actually need targets or that long sheet of paper with some kind of design or some type of man on the target for you to pretty much shoot at. That's going to be about $2 as well. So both of those is probably going to total up to maybe 12 bucks or so. So that's a little bit cheaper than the firearms, the lane rental, and ammunition. Next, let's talk about that grand total is going to cost for you to actually go to the range, which is the whole reason why we clicked on this video to begin with. Your lane rental is going to be $20. Firearm rental, going to be $20. Ammo is going to be $20. Eyes, $5. Ears, $5. And your target is going to be $2. Now, if you have a +1 that's looking to go to the range with you, go ahead and add another 20 bucks to the lane rental as well, which is probably going to bring that total to $92. Add taxes and things like that, depending on your area code or zip code, you're looking at pretty much $100 or so just for you to use the range for 1 hour. Super pricey and expensive, but I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you how you can get that price down and still have that awesome experience of going to the range. Let's talk about lane rental. When it comes to lane rentals, it's not too much wiggle room when it comes to indoor ranges. Their price are whatever they want it to be, which is 20 bucks or 25 bucks. The only thing that I can recommend that you can get out of that indoor range fee is to possibly utilize an outdoor range fee. State parks, places like that, farms or privately owned ranges in those kind of areas, their fees typically are a lot cheaper than the indoor ranges. So for example, I go to a park to utilize the range and I only spend about $5. So that's a huge benefit of when it comes to that. Next is the firearms. So if you're actually utilizing their firearms at the range and you don't have your own, you're going to be stuck paying their prices. What I would recommend is actually hooking up and linking up with a buddy. Use their gun, see if this is something that you love, see if this is something that you want to actually use or do in the future. Use their gun. That'll save you at least 20, 25 bucks or so as far as a pistol or a rifle. So you can actually see if you're actually comfortable using a firearm. That's one way you can choose it to save a little bit of money. Or if you have a little bit of experience or so, go ahead and purchase a firearm and that'll be something that's yours. And you won't ever have to pay for a fee when you're firing that weapon at their range. Next is the ammunition. Don't buy the ammunition at the range. I highly recommend you not to buy it at the range. Those prices are super marked up. Try a Cabela's, a Bass Pro, or look online like Gunbroker or things like that. You may have to buy a little bit more in bulk, but I guarantee that box of 50 or that box of 20 or so is going to go like that. You are going to want to shoot even more, especially if you fall in love with firing weapons. Next, also, your eyes and ears. So you can actually purchase like little foamies that you can actually stick inside your ear and earmuffs from like an Amazon or something like that. Cost you like a couple dollars or 10 bucks or so for a set of hard ears that you can actually put over top of your ears. Reason for that is that you'll have it, it's yours to keep. So if you go more than once, go to more than twice, 3 times, so forth, you're always going to have those readily accessible and available. And you don't have to pay those range fees when it comes down to that. If you're somebody who actually wears glasses or sunglasses, or for example, me, being a police officer, I actually wear Oakley sunglasses, which those are actually an approved lenses for going to the range. So I will never ever have to pay for range prices for actually getting a set of eyes because I will be utilizing those glasses as well. Also, if you have regular glasses, they'll probably give you a set of these little plastic shields that you can actually put on the side. So that way it'll still protect your eyes and you won't have to pay the price for You won't have to pay that price for an extra set of eyes just when it comes to you shooting on that range. Next will actually be the targets. I actually got a great deal on shopping online, actually on Amazon. I picked up 100 targets and I paid like $9 for it. That way, you'll never run, you pretty much never run out of targets to actually utilize at the range. I've had so much that I've even gave some of them away just to other people, just so they can have some extra targets, so they don't have to keep bringing up other targets. So it's awesome for you to have a lot of targets because you can work on different drills, whether you just want to do body shot drills or if you want to just do headshots. You don't have to worry about keep spending those $2 or $3 or so, depending on the range and the fees that comes along with you purchasing their target. So just buy it in bulk and just have it on deck and ready and accessible for you for when you're actually ready to shoot. What I also recommend is that if you're looking to actually go to the range, don't buy all this stuff all at once. Just, accumulate it just over time. And then when you're ready to actually go to the range, you're already ready. But if purchasing all these items at an actual range is going to be super duper expensive. So the more things that you are actually able to bring to the range, the less you are actually going to have to pay out of your pocket. Keep that in mind. And most important, be safe. Until next time, talk to you soon.